Hey everyone, welcome to the project presentation. The title of the project is Remote Control of Electrical Load over Local Area Network, and my team member is Jahnavi. So this is how the project overview looks like. So we have an electrical load that's in turn connected to a relay, which is actuated by the Raspberry Pi. The user gives the information on how he intends to control the electrical load through a program that runs on the PC having a Linux distribution. So this information is in turn transmitted over the network socket, decoded by the Raspberry Pi, and the load is actuated accordingly. So coming to my contribution of the project, I was involved in creating a custom Linux for Raspberry Pi and Buildroot, wherein I contributed in adding Wi-Fi support and other necessary packages like network time protocol and text editors as necessary. I also was involved in adding server code written by my team member Janvi that runs on the Raspberry Pi as a custom package using VR2 external feature of Buildroot. I was also involved in creating rootfs overlay using Buildroot to include startup scripts and other necessary files on the root file system of Raspberry Pi. So I was also involved in writing a GUI-based user application by using libgtk3, which is GNOME Toolkit 3, and last but not the least, integration and testing as well. So these are some of the challenges that I faced while working on the project. Wi-Fi support for Raspberry Pi and Buildroot. There's very little documentation on how exactly Wi-Fi support can be added for Raspberry Pi using Buildroot, so it is very difficult to find the documentation and include Wi-Fi support. The same goes with the X11 desktop environment. Initially, we thought of having a X11 desktop environment for the Raspberry Pi, which is a nice to have feature for our project, but not a necessary one. After facing few issues, we decided to let go of this feature. Also, we faced a few challenges in writing GUI-based application using GTK3 as this is something that's new to us, and there's little example course or tutorials that walk you through this. And from this project, these are the lessons that we learned. Now I feel more confident about using Buildroot and further projects because I've experimented a lot, added a lot of packages, removed a lot of packages, worked a lot with it, and I also feel confident of writing socket server programs on both the sides, server and the client as well. And also, I believe that if given a project where I need to develop simple GUI application using GTK3, I would be able to do it much more comfortably. Now let's move to the project presentation. Welcome to the project demonstration. Now I'll be showing my project working. So you can see that the Raspberry Pi has booted up successfully from the Linux image generated by Buildroot. And on my local system, I'm waiting to execute the user interface script. So let's go ahead and start the server that's running on the Raspberry Pi. So I've started the server, and over here I'm starting the client as well. You can see that the client brings up a user interface asking for which load is to be controlled. For now, I'm selecting load number 2, and I'm selecting the mode 0, which means just toggle the state of the current load. You can see the blue LED, which is load number 2, has now lit up, and now we're going to press enter to continue again. And now I'm going to toggle it again, or we can go to mode 1, which is to set it permanently to off or on. You can see now it is off, and the commands are being received as well. Let's try to control in another mode, which is load 1 and mode 3, let's say. Mode 3 demonstrates controlling the load over real-time clock. So you can see that the time is currently 23:34 and try to control it at 23:35, 23 hours, 35 minutes, and let's say 0 seconds. And if I send next, the Raspberry Pi actually waits until the time is up. So you can see that the LED is currently off, and it should light up at the appropriate time. Yeah, you can see that the red LED is on, and I was able to successfully transmit the image, and you can also verify that the time is 23:35 indeed. Thank you.